Start pulling. And just use the knife whenever you need a little touch. What's up, peeps? Welcome back to hunt.us. Today we're going to be continuing, if I could speak, our trapping series, and more specifically our coyote series. So we got a coyote here that we got to skin out. We actually got two of them. First one we're just gonna do like like you would normally do to put up fur to take it to the fur sale. And so just like anything else with fur bearers that you case, you're gonna just start with going around this back, the back hind feet here, and then typically what I try to do, especially on coyotes, coons, well, really anything that I case, is I'm going to try and follow this seam. I'm going to go from basically heel to anus to heel. So we're going to go ahead and get that done here. Alright, so there's that side. Then I've already got this side started, so I'm just going to finish it on the way down. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut around the anus here on this back side. Got a little piece there. Alright, there we go. Alright, then after that, I'm going to be mainly trying to use my hands. Now right here getting started, especially on a coyote where all these tendons are, you'll have to use the knife blade just a little bit. This joint right here and all this ligaments around like what would be our knee. You probably have to cut through that with a knife. This is a fresh coyote. We had just probably killed him probably less than an hour ago. Then we got another one that's in the cooler here. That and got a bobcat in there too that we're going to have to skin out. And when we do the bobcat, that'd be a different video, but we're going to get a rug made out of it as well, so you get to see that. And I cut pretty deep right here, so I cut into the back hams. So I'm going to have to do a little extra knife work here to start separating that before I can probably start pulling it with my hands. I'll try to keep it in frame for y'all, but I may not be able to do it the entire time, so if not, I apologize. But it's the same general principle as you're casing any animal. It's just a little more difficult because it's a coyote and it's bigger and on a gambrel, and so I don't have the luxury of maneuvering the camera around like I would if I was laying on the table or something. We'll go ahead and carve around the anus here on the back side. Get ready to get that tail out here in just a minute. So now you can see when you get to here, you can kind of get the rolling with it a little bit. We're going to get some of this pulled down around his back. And then I'm going to have to deal with the tail here real quick. So I will start to split some of this just a little bit. Just to kind of help. Alright, then from there I'll just get a tail stripper if I can find. Well done with the other day. It's right here the whole time. It's the same way that you do a coon or any other fur bear. You're going to strip the tail, put it on the tail, put some tension, pull down on the fur, on the stripper, and pull up on the tail. Some of them are a little harder than others. There we go. So there it is. And then we'll wait to split this until we get all of this taken care of. So then from there, start pulling. And just use the knife whenever you need a little touch. You should be about able to do most of it over the ribs here without a knife, but there may be a few spots on the back that you gotta touch up. One thing about a coyote is they're a lot easier to flesh than some of the others. A lot of times, like you can see here, I'll take up and pull up and under the fur and pull down with that and push down with my other hand. Kind of helps you get a better bite. You just kind of keep working it around here. Right there it gets a little tough, so I'll probably just start making some short strokes there. Then while we're here, we'll go ahead and do these bottom legs. And so I'll roll this fur back up just a little bit. Way I can kind of see. Looks like been in a fight or something there. Got him. Not really what I want to do. Cut that artery coming up through there. Right here you probably have to start touching. Just be careful because a coyote fur is an easy fur to gap. It's pretty thin. It's not quite as thin as a fox, but it doesn't take much to slice a hole in it. And a lot of times if you're slipping up there, you can just kind of pull here and keep some tension on it. Just remember, like right in here, when you get the chest and it goes to the armpits, this goes back in. So if you cut right here, you're going to cut the gap the fur. Just pay close attention to that. thing is, especially if you hadn't done a bunch of these, just take your time, get a good product, and speed will come with experience. You got to remember, with a lot of things, a lot of times, that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I think that's how that saying goes. So I'm going to apply it anyways. So I'll reach up in here and find out where I'm at there. That way I don't gap it. It looks like it goes back in there a little bit more, so just want to make sure to get in there. Then eventually I'll get to the place where you'll see a gap there. Alright, see, right there, I got space under the elbow now. You hit the markers, you know it. Then eventually at some point you gotta be able to start pulling and roll that out of there. Let's get this one down a little bit. Some of this is just slow going, you just gotta grind it out. Usually though, I've never had much of a problem once I get down to this area just pulling them out, but I don't know. I just didn't eat my Wheaties today or what. Just on the struggle bus. Of course, it doesn't help that, there we go, all this blood and whatnot. I hit a couple of those arteries and veins there in the leg. Alright, so got them out. So now you just stick it up, stick your hand up in here, pull down, touch and go. So right here is the ears. So you're just going to cut right down through that cartilage like we did on the cones. You can see right here is the lead that was in it. I don't know if it was on that bucket or what. It fell somewhere right there though. Right there's where the 22 got him. And I usually just take ear cartilage and all with me for now, and then I'll come back and doctor that up during the fleshing process and the stretching process. It's pretty slick now. I got down here, the wound got all this blood going. We'll have to wash his fur real good. I had one jello up like that bad shooting it with a 22. I usually prefer to shoot all mine in the head. My buddy he always prefers to shoot him in the lungs. I think he's got a valid argument now. There's the one eye. Just be careful around the eyes. They're easy to gap. And just remember they got kind of go back in the duct there, so like when you get right here, you still gonna have to go back a little bit with the tip of your knife there in the corner to get it. And this one, I don't know what's gonna happen with it because it's all boogered up. That 22. I was able to get it there. And then I'll just stick my fingers in the eye holes here. If I can get that one. Yeah, I got these all bloody. Alright, I'll pull down on those and then I'll just use that for tension. And I'll just keep on rocking with it. And right here you can see that's the gum line where the teeth is, so I'll just grab there and start pulling. Then you can go ahead and get this bottom one loose. Just make sure, especially right down here, like I've got this one, it's all bloody now. Just make sure you take your time. You can wipe it off if you need to, that way you can see a little bit more. There's the nose cartilage. Just go through it, cut straight through. Got it off, then we'll go back and get this lower jaw. We're going to have to spread the teeth a little bit. Maybe not, he's got them locked up. There, yeah. And really that's going to get cut off anyway, so if it's like that, you can just go straight and cut. Alright. And there we have it. One coyote. It's kind of a bloody mess. Ready to be fleshed.